Hey, Dr. Carlos Todd here, and welcome to another episode of Conflict TV. Today we're going to talk about how to diffuse a conflict with your partner. So today we're talking about how to diffuse a conflict with your partner. So everybody wants to know, how do you do conflict resolution? It's that thing. Two things that people come to me, they ask me about: how do I communicate better? How do I resolve conflict better? So these are number one issues that people bring to me in terms of their relationship problems. So there are three aspects to this whole idea of diffusing a conflict. There's what happens before, there's what happens during, and there's what happens after. Before any conflict arises, it is extremely important that you have a fight plan. Every couple needs a fight plan. They need a plan for dealing with rules around what to do when things erupt, what to do if my partner begins to raise their voice, what to do if your partner starts to come too close to you and you're feeling as though your personal space is being invaded, what to do if they say something that you feel uncomfortable with, right? All of these are things that one has to plan before. The two people need to sit down together or have a conversation about: if you raise your voice and I begin to feel uncomfortable, what should I say? How should we handle that situation? So you need a fight plan. I mean, that's kind of the beginning stage of this. So assuming that you have a fight plan, it is important within the conflict to remain calm. And this is one of those things that's kind of like, what do you mean remain calm? It's hard to remain calm, when that person is saying something to me that I don't like or I'm uncomfortable with. I feel like I need to defend myself. That's true. I mean, there's no way of getting around that. That you're gonna have this strong need to defend yourself. I mean, I know more about conflict, I think, than most people, and I still feel that strong need to defend myself at times. But it has to be managed. Learning things like deep breathing techniques, and we can talk about that in another video, so that you are able to kind of bring yourself down emotionally, even though your body is flooded with so many hormones that you feel as though you just want to fight. So it's important to remain calm. It's also important to listen to your partner all the way through a conflict, making sure that you hear the entirety of what they're trying to say. It is important to clarify that you understand fully what is being said, because at times when a conflict is taking place, you or your partner may hear something that may not necessarily be in line with the truth. And so clarification of what is being said is extremely important in a conflict. So the idea is, before, have a fight plan. During, learning how to remain calm. Also, number three, learning to clarify so that you have a clear understanding of what is actually happening in the conflict. Now, if for some reason you get to the end of this conflict and you scamper off and she says something that you don't like or he says something that you don't like, now what do you do from there? Well, assuming that you have a fight plan. If you don't have a fight plan, consider taking breaks. But when you take breaks, let your partner know, look, you know what? I may not have been comfortable with what you said to me. I need a little bit of time. I need a little bit of space. And if you want to hear a little bit more about asking for space, I have another video that you can search for that. So letting your partner know that you need time, you need space to process, but also letting them know how much time. So I need an hour, I need 30 minutes, I need a day, whatever it is, to process the issue and really begin to kind of think through where you are on the issue. And decide also things like, am I going to respond to my partner verbally, or am I going to respond to it in written terms? Now, understand there's some people who seem to do real well with writing down their thoughts, because it helps them. They can erase it, they can clarify it, they can get really, really clear about what they're thinking and what they want to project. So for some people, writing works. For some people, they need to be able to say what they have to say. So after a conflict has occurred and the two of you and the two of you have kind of began to kind of wanted to talk again, or wanted to work through things again. Things like making sure that you have a path towards reconnecting. So is it going to be writing? Is it going to be sitting down and speaking? Is it going to be going out for dinner so that you can really kind of talk in a neutral environment? Because sometimes that really helps also, being in a neutral space. So I've given you a fair amount of tips in terms of what you can do before a fight plan, what you can do during, and what you can do after a fight to kind of help diffuse these conflicts. Because one of the things that really bothers me is when people have conflicts and they're in that home and they're not talking for weeks sometimes. That is a very uncomfortable place to be physically for your body, because oftentimes you are pouring chemicals into your system, stress hormones, that frankly are killing you. And for some people, I do this little exercise sometimes where I ask couples to, in any given month, how many days in that month have you not spoken? And, I measure it across 5 years. And sometimes people can lose as much as an entire year across 5, 10 years where they have not spoken at all, depending on the amount of days that they're not speaking. So learning these skills to fight fear is really an essential set of strategies in order to improve your relationship. So, hey, take care. This one was a fairly long video. Hey, take care, guys, and I will see you in the next video. If you want to contact me, masteringanger.com, masteringconflict.com, couplesfightschool.com. Actually, on couplesfightschool.com, we do have a subscription program, and I'll put the link down below, where you can kind of work through a lot of these issues in your relationship with your partner at a very, very affordable cost. So, hey, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.